Colin had on me was really just the flat-out driving style of the 90s. When I got into racing rally cars, you had to drive them fairly neat. The more sideways you got, kind of the slower it was. But I wanted to drive really sideways, so for me, going out and doing the Gymkhana videos was sort of that expression of what I loved of rally from the 80s and 90s, but especially what I saw Colin doing.
I've been driven since I was a kid for not necessarily success, I would say for accomplishment. When I set out to do something, I really want to succeed at it. That goes from like a very small art project I may want to do all the way through to a major business that for some reason I just want to see whatever idea I have through and do it the best that I possibly can. Anything from a business adventure to even a social media post, it's how can we be creative, do things in a different way, but also show a love for life and a love for having fun. The first time I got in a race car, I absolutely loved it, and it was everything I dreamed about as a kid, you know, driving for the first time. It was incredible, and I was like, oh, okay, when do I get back in the car next? Like, I was hooked.
And today, We're doing something kind of special. I've got my daughter, Leah, again. Say hi, Leah. How much would you like to drive? A lot or a little? Okay. We had that little Mustang drift car when she was very young. We had some other little carts. Then she started driving like UTVs and eventually raced here at UMC in the Lucas Off-Road Series. She got a couple of podiums. She did quite well. Over the last couple of days, I taught her how to drive a stick for the first time. So Focus RS with a clutch, first time 3 days ago. Let go, yeah, there we go. Now you gotta break the wheels loose and use a handbrake. So the car you're gonna be driving, Leah, is my 1978 Mark II Escort. This has a Millington engine in it. It's a Focus RS, gas, brake, clutch, but instead of the H pattern, you have this. It's like the dirt bike. And then this is a handbrake. So when you pull the handbrake, it's locking the rear wheels. This is only rear wheel drive though, so when you pull this, you have to have the clutch in. Clutch. Yep, good. Clutch. Too late. Brake hard in a straight line. Turn a little bit, right? Then clutch, gas, then let out the clutch. That's not easy, is it?
A lot of respect for you now.
In the middle of struggling with it all, she's like, oh, what you do is hard. Oh, that's interesting. All right, well, I'm really proud. Proud dad moment.
Yay.
Nice.
It's just incredible to get into a high-powered, great handling race car and race it down a road where somebody blocks off the beginning and end and just says, go as fast as you can from point A to point B. And here's these instructions as to what every corner is and every straightaway. And drive as flat out to these notes into the road that you possibly can. I raced in Rally America, which is a series that I paid as a privateer to go race. Ended up getting Rookie of the Year, and at the end of that year, I made the decision to keep racing. And then every year forward, I just kept getting better and better. Over time, I really went from being a guy that sat in an office every day doing work to being a guy that trained to try and be a champion.
What an unreal battle for position on the first lap, and they're fighting for the post up. And he is pounding on the back bumper of Ken Block, and now he works his way past. Oh, and somehow four wide. Right. Ken Block wins in Charlotte. And that was a signature slide. That was not a mistake in that final corner. He is all about the show.
Theodore Roosevelt once said, "The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, and spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best, if he wins, knows the thrills of high achievement, and if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat.